VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, count, sum, average, all these Excel formulas that we know. What do these formulas do? They do the calculation. They either extract or present the data as it is. But none of these formulas have any logics built in inside that, or they do any decision. So in today's video, we are going to learn one such formula which can make a decision based on some logics, and that is the if condition. So in this video, we are going to refer to three parts of if. One is simple if, one is nested if, another one is ifs. If and nested if, they refer to the same if formula which has been present in Excel ever since years. But if is a new formula which came in Office 365. So without delay, let's look into it. The first one is simple if. Instead of explaining you just like that, we will straight away put a formula so that explains it better. What we are going to do is we are going to put is equal to if, open the bracket. And whenever you put a function in Excel and open the bracket, it automatically gives the help here, right, with the parameters. So it says that first parameter is logical test, the second parameter is value if true, the third parameter is value if false. Don't confuse yourself, we'll take step by step. The first one, logical test. What is a logical test? We are going to ask a question to Excel. Now whenever we ask a question to Excel, we need to make sure that is a closed-ended question. Now, what is an open-ended question? What is a closed-ended question? Now, if I ask you, how many people are there in front of you? That becomes an open-ended question. You can say 3, 4, 5, the counts. If I ask you, are there 5 people in front of you? You have to say either a true or a false, either yes or a no. That becomes a closed-ended question. So similarly, when we ask a question to Excel, it has to be a closed-ended question. Now let's bring it to Excel. D5 here. If I ask is this greater than 15,000, the Excel will say true. D6. If I say is this is equal to 14,000, the Excel will say false. It is not is equal to 14,000. It is 14,200. The D7 here. If I ask Excel is this less than 10,000, again Excel will say it is true. Now that is a closed-ended question. Now let's try to put that inside the cell. Is equal to if, open the bracket, our logical test is here. Now this is simple if. Now let's think that there is a target to the sales. And if the target to the sales is more than 10,000, then it is met. And if it is less than 10,000, then it is not met. So this particular cell, that is D5, more than 10,000, so greater than sign 10,000. Now this is the question that we ask Excel, the logical test. D5 is greater than 10,000. Now Excel can only reply to this either in a true or a false. So either it can say true, yes, it is greater than 10,000, or false, no, it is not greater than 10,000. So give a comma after this. It says value if true. What if it is true? What if Excel says that it is true? I'll say it is met. This has to be displayed on this particular cell. Met has to be displayed. There's one more thing, false. Value if false. What if Excel says D5 is greater than 10,000? No, it is false. Say suppose if there is 9,000 here in this cell, then what will say? Not met. Close the bracket. Your if condition is done. Press enter. Drag this formula down. You'll see wherever there is more than 10,000 value, you'll see met here, and wherever the value is less than 10,000, you'll see not met here. This is a simple if. The logical test, what if this particular logical test is true? What if this particular logical test is false? That will be displayed in this particular column or cell. Now we come to the second part of it, that is nested if. Nested if is a same if. as it is. Only thing is here more than one ifs are nested together. That's why it is called as nested if. Now in this particular example, the previous example, we saw if this particular sales is greater than 10,000, then it is met. Otherwise it is not met. How many conditions or logical tests are there? Only one. D5 is greater than 10,000. But in this case, it is different. Let's think the company says if your sales is greater than 15,000, your grade is excellent. If your sales is greater than 10,000, your grade is good. If your sales is greater than 7,000, your grade is average. And if it is less than 7,000, it needs improvement. Now, how many conditions or logical tests are there here? The first one, the sales is greater than 15,000. The second condition or the second logical test, the sales is greater than 10,000. And the third logical test, the sales is greater than 7,000. And if all these three are not met, then it needs improvement. So altogether, 3 conditions or 3 logical tests. Now how to put them? Let's go to the Excel sheet now, to the cell. Is equal to same if condition. Open the bracket. It asks for a logical test. So this time we are going to select the same cell once again, D5 greater than 15,000. So we asked a question to Excel already. D5 is greater than 15,000. Give a comma. Value if true. What if this particular one is true? Greater than 15,000. Excellent, right? So we'll type excellent. What if it is false? We don't know. It might be greater than 10,000. It might be greater than 7,000 or less than 7,000. We are not going to put anything here in value if false. Instead of that, we are going to write one more if. If D5 is greater than 10,000, comma, our value if true is, if it is greater than 10,000, then it is good, comma. What if that also is false? We don't know. It can be either more than 7,000 or less than 7,000. So if it is more than 7,000, we have to grade it as average, right? So we need to give one more if. If this sales, that is D5, is greater than 7,000, comma, average, because if it is greater than 7,000, it is average. So if D5 is greater than 15,000, it is excellent. Otherwise, it goes to the next condition or the next instance of the if, where it checks if D5 is greater than 10,000, it becomes good. Otherwise, again to the next one, if D5 is greater than 7,000, then it gives average. What if this also is false? Then there is no fourth condition, right? We have to say it needs improvement. Close the bracket. How do we read this particular nested if? If D5 is greater than 15,000, that is the first condition, excellent. Otherwise, if the false part of this is if D5 is greater than 10,000, then grade good. The false part is if D5 is greater than 7,000, then average. And if this is also false, then it needs improvement. And you can nest any number of conditions or logical tests here like this. One thing to remember here before pressing enter. When we give a if, there's an open bracket. And whenever there is an open bracket for any of the ifs, there has to be a closed bracket. So how many ifs are there? There are 3 ifs. And for all these 3 ifs, there are 3 brackets which are open. And once the bracket is opened, it has to be closed somewhere. So at the end, we are going to close all the 3 brackets. Then we press enter. Then drag the formula down. You can see here, greater than 15,000, excellent. Greater than 10,000, but not greater than 15,000, right? So good. This is greater than 7,000, but not greater than 10,000 or 15,000. So it is average, right? This is 5,600, which is less than 7,000. It needs improvement. So this is nested if. We have come to the third part, which is IFS, ifs. The word itself says that it is plural. Now this is as same as nested if, equivalent to nested if. What happens in nested if? If you have 3 or 4 conditions or logical tests, you need to write so many ifs, open the bracket and close so many brackets. So instead of that, Microsoft Excel came up with this ifs in Office 365. Let's look at it, how to convert this nested if to ifs. So what you are going to type is equal to, you need to type IFS, open the bracket. My logical test, let's do the same thing. Sales, that is D5, is greater than 15,000. That is the logical test. Then I'm going to give a comma. Value if true. What if this is true? It's excellent. Comma. It does not ask for a false part. It asks directly for logical test 2 now. And the logical test 2 says, if D5 is greater than 10,000. What if this is true after comma, right? So this is good, comma. Again, there is no false part now. Logical test 3, we need not even write a if, directly. D5 is greater than 7,000, comma. What if D5 is greater than 7,000? After comma, we are going to write average. That's what it is. Then we are done. There is no false part to it. If you have one more condition, D5 is greater than 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, you can write. Otherwise, there is no false part to it. So close the bracket, press enter. We got the same answer, excellent. But there is one problem to this particular ifs. I am going to drag this formula down. Look at this. There is no false part. So wherever there is needs improvement, it shows an A, because there is no satisfying condition here for this particular cell, which is less than 7,000, which is 5,600. But we have a workaround for it. Let's go back to the formula once again. D5 is greater than 15,000, excellent. D5 is greater than 10,000, good. D5 is greater than 7,000, average, comma. We do not have a false part. Instead, we have one more logical test. So if all these three are not satisfied, 15,000, 10,000 and 7,000 are not satisfied, then we are going to ask one question to Excel. And that question is true. What does that mean? That means nothing. We are just going to ask Excel true. And the Excel says true. Simple. We are asking Excel, is it true? And it says true. Give a comma and say needs improvement. Close the bracket, press enter. Now drag the formula down. You got this. Needs improvement, needs improvement. Right? So all these are not satisfied. This condition will definitely get satisfied. We are just going to ask true to Excel, and Excel will reply saying that it's true, and needs improvement will come here. Right? That is ifs. Simple if, nested if, ifs. These are the three things which we saw in this particular video. Simple if is a simple if where you give one particular condition or logical test. There is a true part and there is a false part. Nested if is the same simple if but nested together here when there are multiple conditions or multiple logical tests. And ifs is a new formula which is introduced in Office 365, where instead of nested if, we are using ifs here. So how did you find this particular video? Please let me know in the comments below, and please do subscribe so that we can together build this particular channel, and leave a like on this particular video. Thank you so much.